Hello, my name is Victoria Lanier. I am the founding executive director of Education Through Music Los Angeles. We are so honored to partner with LA Opera Connects as part of the 2025 LA County Arts and Health Week. I'm joined today by my wonderful colleagues.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiffany Reckley, and I serve as the Director of Community Affairs and Partnerships.
Hello, I'm Dr. Franklin Gomez, Director of Programs at ETM-LA. We're thrilled to share more about who we are, what we do, and how we're working to support well-being through the arts.
We are Education Through Music Los Angeles, and we believe that every child deserves access to high-quality, sequential music education taught by well-trained, qualified music teachers.
At ETM-LA, we partner with under-resourced districts and schools. Music supports self-confidence, creativity, expression, motivation for learning, and many lifelong skills.
Music has changed my life by helping me be more confident and more focused on schoolwork.
All of our music teachers and music teacher interns receive over 100 hours of professional development each year. In these spaces, they're able to discover music pedagogy, best practices for class instruction, social emotional learning, and so much more.
I love my music class because it gives me a chance to learn about instruments. I got to study violin for the last 2 years, and no one in my family ever had the chance to play an instrument like that.
Every student should have music class because they can learn new concepts in music and they'll have joy. And if they want to pursue the music career, this could be a step for them.
If you are ready to change the lives of students through music, join us at etmla.org.
So we are really at the intersection of the whole child care, education, schools, communities, and culture. And I'd love to turn this over to Tiffany to share more about the pillars of our work and what we do.
So, our pillars of work are centered around school partnerships, teacher preparation and placement, parent engagement, and long-term sustainability. Our ultimate goal is to be able to have schools build out their comprehensive sequential music education and graduate from our program and have fully sustainable music education as a part of their core curriculum. This would not be possible without our school partnerships across all of LA metro area. And our teacher preparation is key. Our high quality teachers are just at the core of what we do. And of course, we can't do any of this work without the amazing parents just being engaged and advocating in this work to educate their children.
And I want to talk about our pride and joy of serving over 18,000 students throughout LA County. We're currently serving students in 5 school districts, including Los Angeles Unified School District, Compton Unified, Inglewood Unified, Bellflower Unified, Burbank Unified. We're also at 5 charter schools and 1 independent school where we provide comprehensive and sequential music education, which Victoria mentioned earlier. We make sure that we provide training to our music teachers and share the importance of health, mental wellness for students through Music Begins with the training to our music teachers where we create and allow a space for safety.
Thank you so much, Tiffany and Franklin, for just that overview and the important work that ETM-LA does every day in our communities, and that it offers profound benefits on mind, health, well-being that are witnessed not just through personal testimonies, but documented by researchers globally. And so that's why this conversation is so crucial on how arts and health intersect and why this matters so much to us. One of our alumni, Diego, when he was in 4th and 5th grade, he struggled in school. And, it's tricky when they're not necessarily achieving in academic areas, and then they get to the music class. And, if they have a lot of energy, let's say, sometimes it's hard to know what to do with that. And Diego, self-described, and his parents say he struggled with ADHD, but through music, he found a place where he could be a leader, and he became so motivated. He was focused in school that by the end of 5th grade, his principal said to us, what happened? Like, how did he transform from being a student that was in the principal's office a lot to a student that was successful? And she also said that Diego not only was transformed, but his parents became more engaged in what was happening in his education, engaged in the school community. So there was more than just the child transformation. There was also an impact on the school engagement with the parents. And it's so many years later, I get a text message from his mom's, about Diego. He's now a senior in high school, has continued to play not just violin, but also saxophone. He's the bass leader of his choir section. He's thriving also in other areas in sports. And so it's amazing to see how music and music learning impacts not just the child, but family and the school community. I'd love to invite you both to share, in addition to the child story and an impact on a student, other ways that you've seen music education, our work impact our community.
Sure. I'm so happy that you shared about Diego. I want to share, you've talked about how we impact students' lives and at their schools and what they do, but I want to share a little bit about a music teacher intern that came to us at the beginning of the school year. Her name is Mallory, and when she first came on, she wasn't quite sure if teaching was going to be something she wants to pursue and follow with and continue as a profession. She was hesitant and she still applied and went through the interview and then we hired her on as a music teacher intern. Where a music teacher intern in just like for Mallory, she has a music teacher mentor that she uh, teaches with and the mentor provides direct training and support. And she also has an instructional supervisor who meets with her on a weekly basis to just give her guidance and training on a weekly basis and just that support. Long story short, she has found her calling through this training and through our internship, and it has changed her life. She's now has a clear vision that she wants to be a music educator, and she has applied and was accepted to her master's program in College of for Teachers in New York. So we're excited for her, very, very happy, and she credits our program to really guiding her in pursuing a music education degree in a master's degree. So congratulations, Mallory, and we're just excited for you, and we're here to support you all the way through. So that's a little story of impact that I want to share.
Part of what Franklin just spoke of, we love being able to see our communities moving and engaging in healthy lifestyles. And everyone from our TK3 babies who are doing music and movement through our parents at our parent workshops, getting up and moving their bodies and using their voices and feeling empowered, to our principal leadership workshop, where we're bringing in partners and district leaders and school principals to, even have an activity that's an experience for them that promotes, again, health and well-being. It's not just a physical promotion, it's also a mental and an emotional promotion. One of the things that we've seen is, schools and districts will always say how their school comes alive when we have our programs on site. And so one of the things that's really enjoyable to see is, again, some of our communities, people might look from the outside and say they don't have much to offer, but there's so much talent, there's so much joy, there's so much excellence, there's so many gifts that, the whole community and the families come together to be able to make sure that, even though music is one aspect of school, that it's still something, again, that's being able to bridge communities and, get everyone involved. And it's so wonderful to see. Some schools have really taken it to the next level by building out even more on top of what they offer. And that's just a testament to the work that we're able to do every single day, but also the importance that school leaders and families and communities have placed on music education. And so we can't wait to see even more ideas and more growth coming. We have some incredible work happening in several of our districts. And so we're really looking forward to seeing what will happen in the future in terms of advocacy.
With that, there are a couple of stats that we have seen come through our external evaluation that was done just a few years ago. Over time, our students exhibited stronger social emotional learning behaviors more often than students receiving intermittent music programming. And then we saw also that after 2 years of music as a core subject, 92% of our teachers said their students, and these are classroom teachers, were engaged in learning. They felt that their students were more engaged in learning. So these are some key stats. And after 2 years of music as a core subject, 87% of teachers said that their students did often work well with peers. 87%. I mean, that is a tremendous number versus 67% of schools who didn't have it as a core subject, 87%, so 20% higher. And that students understand the feelings of their peers more often at a rate of 77% versus 61% after more music education. So we are seeing the impact directly. And we know that it starts with the whole community. It starts with the school culture, the training for teachers, the ones holding space for students. Franklin, is there anything you want to share about the ongoing academies and professional development and, anything to share for the wider community of educators about that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Victoria. All of our teachers and interns, it's probably why Mallory decided to pursue music education in the master's degree, but along with her and all of our music teachers, they all receive over 100 hours of professional development. We provide t training academies for our teachers, but they're also open to the public, to any music educator, any aspiring music educator, or even collegiate students who may be juniors and seniors and looking to get their feet wet in music education. We provide 4 trainings throughout the school year. We have one in the summer, and that's a 5 days long, which is a week long, Monday through Friday. And we have one again in the fall. That's one day. Winter is when we're back from winter break in January. That's a 2 day training. And last but not least, our spring teacher training. That's one day, and that is right before we have our big festival that I know Tiffany's going to talk a little bit more and give you more details. But yeah, all of our teachers receive, just like our students, receive comprehensive and sequential training that it's really to provide high level of music education training so that every teacher and intern is equipped to bring back to their community, to bring back to their schools and provide those lessons that they can take from our training and apply them right away into their classroom. So we're just excited to keep supporting any music educator. So if you're out there and looking for training, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you in your pathway to getting some training for music education. So Tiffany, if you don't mind giving us a little more detail about Music Unites the World Festival and what that all entails.
Yeah, so we're always so excited. We just concluded our 15th annual Music Unites the World Festival. We brought together over 20 schools from our 41 partner schools, and they had everything arranged from choirs to bands, modern bands, string orchestras, orff ensembles. Just such a great time. We even had some special musical guests that came and performed for our families, but students were able to come together and play together and be as one together. And that's really what the goal of the entire festival is. It's to bring everyone together, that we're not in this alone. When we're making music, it is an us thing. The parents came out to Saban Theater this year. It was incredible, to see that we had 600 students and over 500 parents across 2 days. We're always excited to continue building up more and making it better for our community. To have an opportunity to perform in a venue like that, but also, being able to work with guest clinicians who have so many credits to their names, and parents can come and enjoy the parent panel and discuss with each other about, like, what are some opportunities as parents that they can do to support their students. I think it even gets bigger with that, with, just opportunities to volunteer with us to help support our programming. We can't do this work without all hands. And so, no piece of work is too small. So it's a lot of planning that goes into it, but it's a lot of love that comes out of it. And students are learning music from all over the world, and being able to see themselves represented, and also what's not in front of them represented. So our Music Unites the World Festival is definitely an event that unites all of us and all of our schools.
Amazing. I'm going to quickly share an example of the joy of the music making and the connections that are built through music. And then we are almost at time, so here we go.
We want to make sure that you all join, obviously, this amazing partnership between LA Opera and Education Through Music Los Angeles. And so if you're interested in engaging with us, here's a few ways you can get involved. You can sign up for our monthly newsletter to stay up to date about engagement opportunities. You can register to volunteer for us. Remember, we welcome all time, all talents, to be able to help us do our annual programming. You can follow us on all social media outlines: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. Go and subscribe to our pages so that you don't miss a single thing. And of course, you can always visit our website to see resources for families and communities.
Yeah, I like to add, for any music educator or any aspiring music educator looking for training or looking for opportunities to teach, go to our website and find opportunities where you would fit best, either whether it's through a volunteer that Tiffany mentioned, or whether it's teaching with us or interning with us. There are opportunities for all of you out there looking to get into music education. So we hope to see you soon, either at one of our trainings or applying with us. So wishing you all the best.
Attend the 2025 LA County Arts and Health Week Summit, Friday, June 13th, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in downtown LA. It will provide conversations, participatory experiences, and promote ways to approach wellness. Register for free now at laopera.org/summit. And again, thank you so much for being a part of LA County Arts and Health Week. Together, we can amplify the power of creativity to heal, connect, and inspire.